In July of last year, the 3 credit bureaus all made the announcement that any paid medical collection, whether it's $50 or $5,000, if it was paid off, it's going to be deleted entirely, like it never happened. Where for the life of credit, if it was a medical collection and you went to pay it off, it didn't disappear, it didn't get deleted. It would just update to closed and paid, which didn't help the credit reporting or the credit score. We are helping a wonderfully nice, kind family trying to get into a home and stop being renters, and their credit just really wasn't where we needed to be for a particular down payment assistance program. So I will analyze the credit, what's on there, and what can we do to help get them to the score, because remember, we don't need perfect credit. We don't need to have flawless credit. We don't need to have flawless credit, but we do need a particular number for some programs.
And we were just a few points away from getting that down payment assistance program too.
And let me just rewind. In July of last year, the 3 credit bureaus all made the announcement that any paid medical collection, whether it's $50 or $5,000, if it was paid off, it's going to be deleted entirely, like it never happened. Where for the life of credit, if it was a medical collection and you went to pay it off, it didn't disappear, didn't get deleted. It would just update to closed and paid, which didn't help the credit reporting or the credit score. So last summer, I made some videos about it where this was really good news, especially for credit people that were just right under the cusp. So we had, I think, maybe a handful, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Very reasonable, in the hundreds, less than 1,000. And she, I said, pay off all of these, get a paid in full letter, let's rescore you, let's get your credit report reflecting no medical collections. And it worked. She did exactly what we asked her to do. Like that day, she even was able to settle one of the medical collections for 50% of what was reporting.
Yep.
So got the letters, got a credit rescore, which is a system that we can take someone's current credit report and hope to get a higher score when they do something. And sure enough, her husband went up 90 points.
Mm-hmm. And I remember them looking at their credit score, like or credit report on credit every day. It's like, is it going to come off? Is it going to come off? Is it going to come off? Finally, it did. We had a party.
We did.
It was a whole thing.
And that was the other thing, is like we were needing these creditors to report, and we had these letters. It came out of her account. We had all the proof, but it was taking them a little bit longer to report on her credit. So he was super excited, and we're like, okay, let's go for it. But her score wasn't there yet. It hadn't updated. So we were watching daily. And then the minute it did, man, it went up, I don't know, 60 points.
A crazy amount.
Crazy amount. And it was just something that we hadn't been able to do. If this were a year ago, we wouldn't have been able to do this.
Well, and it's a lot, like, some people don't know that you can do that.
No.
And it raised their score enough to get a home, and that's what mattered.
They got a home, and they got down payment assistance, and we had a great credit from the seller. Mm-hmm. Like, everything just fell in line because she allowed us to get a snapshot of her current credit, their current credit. You know, what can we do to fix it? What can we do to increase it? And it was 2 or 3 little tasks. Yeah. And she took it to heart, and she ran with it. She did everything we asked for, and I swear it was within 30 days later that she was in contract on a nice new home.
Yeah.
And it's this gorgeous 4-bedroom house. Oh, my gosh, the backyard.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
It's got a fire pit and a hot tub, and totally entertaining. But
it just shows, like, a lot of people don't think that they can get there,
right?
Until someone looks at it and tells, like, look, yeah, we can do that for you. You know?
Yeah. So. Within a short period of time, just take our years of experience of playing around and tweaking credit on.
Well, I think that was the guinea pig of that too. You were like, let's see how long it even takes us to get it off.
You're right. She was the guinea pig.
Because we know we hadn't had anybody that we had to do that for.
Right. And I was still leery if this was actually going to happen because the credit bureaus all said, oh, yeah, effective immediately.
Or how long it would take. We didn't know if it was going to take a week or a year or what to come off. So,
and it did. It was like it never happened, and their scores were just really great. One of my most memorable transactions and a really great success story, and these guys are going to be my friends forever. The things that we'd like to do on this podcast is not only just share some of the behind the curtains of what a loan officer does and how we work together with all the parties that are involved to get you to the closing table. A lot of times you may not even know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know who's in your file, who's doing what. And so we wanted to come on and just share some success stories and actually just, be like letting you behind the curtain.
Yeah. And then maybe you'll be like, well,
it can happen.
It can happen for me too. Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone wants to share any of their own success stories too, would love to be able to do that. You can email Andy and I at the following email, and we would love to share how you overcome something and got into a home or had a really great experience buying a home. And
or if you had a bad experience buying a home or an agent.
Yeah.
Agents, I'm sure, have a lot of stories.
A lot of stories. But what this is going to do is give you hope that, if you work with the right people, we're not going to give up on you, and we're going to definitely help you. But you can email us at myfavemortgage@gmail.com. Okay, we got to actually get on a really great Zoom call today with the famous Barry Habib. For those of you that don't know, he is huge in the mortgage industry. He is the CEO for MBS Highway.
He's like the mortgage guy.
He is the rate expert.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Gives you, if you sign up with his program, he will give you minute by minute rate increases, decreases. He gives you lock updates. He will call your voicemail and say, hey guys, we're having a great day. Let's float it because tomorrow's CPI report is blah, blah, blah. So we got to have a personalized one-on-one Zoom with him today and really got a great encouraging forecast.
I was going to say, yeah, it's looking better for rates.
Yeah. What date did he say to circle?
He said around March?
May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th is the day. He said circle that on your calendars.
He said they might trickle down. We're not here to say it will, but...
No, there's no crystal ball, but yeah, we're going to keep May 10th.
We're going to cross our fingers and toes.
But really cool guy. MBS actually stands for mortgage-backed securities. So his company is really just focused on the bond market. MBS Highway is a great tool for a lot of mortgage originators to stay up to date on what's happening, what's going on, what's the forecast, what report came out. And I've been using it for years. Jeez, but he's a legend. So, guys, it's looking good. The forecast is encouraging, especially for a lot of our first-time home buyers. Biden administration just announced the reduction in mortgage insurance premiums for FHA loans, so that's a great sign that they...
Well, so for people that don't know what that is, what is mortgage insurance?
What is mortgage insurance?
Because I had no idea walking into this. I was like, what the heck is that? There's
Fair enough.
8 different insurance.
So mortgage insurance is actually, let's take a car insurance policy. You have to get insurance on your car when you owe Ford Credit, to buy your car, right? So really Ford Credit owns it. So when you own a house, really the bank owns it until you pay it off. So when an individual is not putting 20% down or more, there's mortgage insurance required for a lot of loans, not on all. Let me just make that clear. VA loan doesn't have it, a few other ones don't. But it's kind of an insurance policy for the lender to where if something were to happen, the lender, gets to recoup a lot of their
It's like a
funds.
protectant for us.
Right.
If you foreclose.
Yeah, if you foreclose, bank's going to get their money, but guess who pays for that insurance policy? The buyer, the borrower borrowing that money.
But it went down for FHA.
Yes, for the first, oh my gosh, it was really exciting.
We've never seen that
Never
go
seen
down.
this.
I mean, since I was in the industry, it's been the same.
Yeah. So that means more money in our buyer's pocket. They're listening. They're hearing the cries of first-time home buyers being, outbid and not being able to afford a mortgage. So they're doing the best they can with what little they can control, and this FHA mortgage insurance is definitely a huge win. But that was something I wanted to share on this, my favorite mortgage podcast, our inaugural
The first of many.
episode. Okay. Phew.
Can you take a breath?
Yeah. I kind of want to take a break.
Okay. I got
And a word from our sponsor.
Where do we stop this?